Welcome to the most important part of forestry, sustainable development. Sustainable development is how biological systems endure and remain diverse and productive. It is the approach to development that meets the needs of the present without negatively affecting the ability of future generations to meet their needs. Join me on my amazing adventure of sustainable development. On the first part of our journey, we will discuss what is a sustainable forest. A sustainable forest is a forest that is carefully managed so that trees are felled and they are replaced at the same pace. This is a carefully and skillfully managed system. The forest is a working environment, and as such, great care is taken to ensure the safety of wildlife and to preserve the natural environment. Sustainable forests are the result of a common-sense policy to replace trees that are felled so that the forest can continue to exist, providing natural materials for all of us. A typical sustainable forest will contain a variety of trees of all ages and different species. As such, it is in this way that sustainability is very important, as sustainability is fundamental in determining what the future will look like. Now that we've discussed what is sustainability, we need to discuss why is it important. Sustainability is fundamental in determining what our future will be like, you and me. By making the right decisions in the present, Canada will ensure its forestry industry remains intact for generations to come. If we understand sustained yield forestry, the use of forest resources at a rate that allows the forests to renew themselves, we can also understand how Canada's forests should be managed and used. Now, to the power of sustainability, I will teleport myself. Wachee! Phew-wee, teleportation is difficult, but only possible through sustainability. But we can get after that at a different time. Sustainable forest management aims to use forests for the benefit of the whole community, without adversely affecting the natural attributes and future productivity. This is important, because this means that trees can continue the cycle of removing carbon dioxide from the Earth's atmosphere, locking it up in wood products. This cycle is continued through new plantings and reforestation activities. This is why sustainability is important. It is the future and the past. Now that we've discussed what is sustainability and why it's important, we need to discuss Canada and stewardship. Stewardship is the management of resources in a careful and sustainable way. To get more into this point, watch me teleport again. Wow, teleportation sure is tough. Luckily for me, I have sustainability on my side. The Canadian goal in regards to forestry is to stipulate the sustained yield forest management. Canada leads the world in sustainable forestry, with 3 systems to assure that our forests are being used properly. The Canadian Standards Association of Sustainable Forest Management Standards, and the Sustainable Forest Initiative, the SCA and the SFI. However, the most important one is the Forest Stewardship Council of Canada. FSC is an organization that operates independently from any governments. It sets international standards around the world for sustainable forest management. It certifies forests and forestry practices based on the following criteria: protection of waterways and wildlife habitat in the forest area, preservations of some parts of the forest, replanting in cut areas, and those replanted cut areas have to consist of various species to maintain the forest's important diversity. Now that you've learned what it is, why is it important, and how Canada is related to it, we need to know why forestry is the best industry in the world! I kid, of course, but we need to know why and how it is successful. Time for my final teleportation. Hoo-wee! That's enough teleporting for me today. Last year, Canada's forestry industry contributed over $57 billion! It's over 9,000 to the GDP. The total value of goods and services produced within a country per person, not including transactions with other countries. Canada's forests provide the second most amount of exports, other than oil and gas. But who is really counting, eh? Well, Canada is home to approximately 10% of the world's forest. Canada is the world's largest exporter of the forest products. In Ontario, forestry is Canada's second largest industry. Now, to end this presentation off, so you remember what sustainability is, I will make a complete and total mockery of myself. Whee! I am running around like an idiot for sustainability! Look at all the things sustainability can do for you! It is completely amazing!